So here's our beautiful 2015 McLaren 650S Spyder. This car does actually have a salvage title due to some damage that was done right in this area of the car. There was absolutely no damage done to really anything in the front of the car whatsoever. This door was replaced. I believe that what happened was the car had slid sideways or something hit it lightly, and there was some damage pretty much dead center right in the middle of the door. So this piece here was replaced. This lower piece down here was replaced. And then there was this here was repaired. There were some cracks in here. Other than that, absolutely no airbags were deployed. There was no damage to any of the drivetrain whatsoever. I'll do a nice, complete, clean walk around of the vehicle for you. Starting up here underneath the hood or bonnet, we have a front license plate bracket, the original one, the factory McLaren car charger, and the factory McLaren car cover as well. Of course, everything shuts nice and beautiful and clean. Look here at this front wheel. See, there's absolutely no curb rash whatsoever. Of course, we have the ceramic rotors. Tires are almost brand new since there's only about 1,000 miles on this car. Upgraded, since we had to replace this carbon piece here on the driver door. I believe this piece was actually about $7,000 if I remember correctly. So rather than replacing it with the original piece, we just got a kit, a carbon fiber kit from McLaren, and this was actually quite a bit less. I believe we ended up paying, it was like $1,600 or something like that for the pair of the blades. So it's been upgraded to real carbon fiber door blades. Got the real carbon fiber. These were factory from McLaren, so the car originally came with these carbon fiber vents. No curb rash here either. See, the rear tire tread is almost brand new there as well. There was no damage to the rear of the car whatsoever. Nothing was touched here. Nothing was touched at all on the right side of the car. And as you can see here, no curb rash on these wheels. Tires like new. Go ahead and shut the door for you, just so you can see what it looks like here with the door closed. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut the car off and put my seatbelt on. And as you can see, currently there's 1,390 miles on the car, low miles. Interior upgrades, you can see we've got the carbon fiber interior switches, steering wheel, the center console, some storage in here, got some cup holders up in here. Okay, now we're going to do a fresh restart. And as you can see, I'll keep my hand up here just so you know I'm not clearing anything on you. Of course, my other one's holding my camera here. And the only light that's on is this one right here. It's just the parking brake. So what I'm going to do, turn the cooling, or the climate control, turn the fan down a little bit so you can hear me. Of course, we're low on fuel. That's what that light there is. The one thing I'm going to show you, we did actually send this car to a Mclaren dealer. One sec here. We sent this car to a Mclaren dealer, and we had it serviced. So the service is due in 337 days. So you got about a year on that. And of course, there's absolutely no error messages whatsoever. You had tire pressures, tire temp, oil status, battery. Of course, here's the VIN inside the car, just so you can verify it. That's the VIN on the computer, which is the VIN on our title and everything else. There's our settings, home, and we'll go back to home here. Now, what I'm going to do, obviously, as you can see, we have the top down right now, but when I get moving, you're not going to be able to hear me very well, so I'm going to actually go ahead and put the top up. So as you can see the process here. I believe the manual say it's 17 seconds, and the roof is totally up. So, go ahead and release our parking brake, put it in drive, and see we don't have any lights whatsoever. The parking brake light had gone out. We'll go for a little drive. Now we bought this car, I believe it had about 1,000 miles on it, just over 1,000. So we have driven this car approximately about 300 miles or so since the repairs have been made, and we honestly haven't had a single problem with any of it. Like I say, there was absolutely no drivetrain damage. There was no airbags deployed. It was a kind of superficial damage, if you ask me. However, you can afford this car brand new. You can afford very good insurance as well. And you know, personally, if I paid $350,000 for this car new, I would probably be pretty upset if it got a scratch in it, and I'd do everything I could to, you know, get the insurance company to total it out and then take my money and go buy the latest and greatest newest model or different color, or change it to a Lamborghini, although I'm not sure why anybody would want to buy anything other than a McLaren after you drive one. If you look at our website, you'll see that we have owned dozens and dozens of Lamborghinis and Ferraris and whatnot. And while they are all nice cars, they have their place. This McLaren is something, though. It's the fastest car I've ever driven in my life. It's the funnest car I've ever driven. It's the smoothest. Everything about it is just kind of the best of the best. Here we are at highway speeds. I'll let my hand off the steering wheel. You see am not turning it whatsoever. We're going straight down the road. Actually, still not touching it. As you can see, we're still going straight down the road. Doesn't pull in any directions whatsoever. Here I can put it in active mode, which, as you can see in the rearview mirror, the spoiler had gone up. Most talked about things about these the newer cars is actually the launch control. So now that we have some tires kind of warmed up here, what I'll do is, we are in drive, hit the launch control button. Of course, it'll say launch mode active, awaiting throttle. Works very well. Kind of gets you every time. Every time you do that, the blood rushes to the back of your head, and you kind of feel everything sink to the back of the seat very hard. You know, we've had launch control on a lot of vehicles. This is the best by far. Hitting the rumble strips there on the side of the road. So everything on this car is 100% factory original to this car, with the exception of those carbon fiber door blades that I showed you on the outside of it. Other than that, everything is 100% Mclaren. There are no aftermarket parts on it, with the exception of the door blades. Like I also said earlier in the video, this car was taken to a McLaren dealership. Basically, it was just kind of a have them double check everything over, do the service on it. When we got the car, the service was due. Of course, we wanted to remove the light. So we had that taken care of. As you know, that's a pretty expensive thing to do. We wanted them to kind of give the car a once over and just kind of give them their final blessing. The only other thing they had to do to it was a software update. There was a newer version to the software. I'm not sure. I think it had something to do with the radio. I'm not really sure what it was, but it's just a newer version updated software, which all 2015 McLarens needed. But we've got that done. The car truly absolutely needs nothing right now. You know, tires are great, paint's great, rims are great, interior is very clean. It's just an all-around great, clean, beautiful, fun, phenomenal car to drive. That is going to conclude our test drive for the day. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email. Thank you very much. Have a good day.